6 hours later, let's climb in our tree, looking back.
Let us go on this journey of true self-love and self-discovery. And then I had a phase of piercing myself. Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. And today, or tonight rather, because it's pretty late, I'm sitting in the corner of my room. It's so empty right now and it feels so good to walk into my bedroom and to only see a bed and like a half-empty clothing rack. You guys know I was trying to go minimal, or maybe you don't know, but in my last like what I eat in a day, I talked about how good it felt to have an empty room, and I got rid of a lot of clothes, and this is pretty much what's left on my clothing rack. And pretty special pieces. I love that like everything in my room is pretty costumey and pretty unique, and yeah, I just wanted to get rid of a lot of stuff that I wasn't wearing, and this is like what's left. And I have some like pajamas and stuff like that. But yeah, I wore this shirt recently and you're seeing it again, so sorry. That's probably gonna happen a lot coming up, just me wearing a lot of the same clothes, but it makes me feel so at peace to just have less items and to have a very empty room. And I decided I'm only going to sleep in my bed, and that's it. Like, I'm not going to do work in my bed, I'm not going to eat in my bed. My bed is just for sleeping, and I heard that's a practice that just really helps you sleep better, and I want to try it out, and that just really makes sense to me. But yeah, I just wanted to say what's up. I'm pretty tired. I had an amazing time at E-Force. That was a video that I was supposed to film tonight, but I just don't feel like talking about it because I don't know, it's like really hard to put into words how amazing it was. I will try to eventually, but I just wanted to check in, tell you guys I did not do shrooms. I was going to. 2 people at my camp at E-Forest had shrooms, but then I just forgot to buy them at the end of the weekend, and I decided I did not want to do them at the festival. And my mom texted me like, please don't do shrooms, and I was like, okay mom, I'll make you proud, I won't do shrooms. And I was just kind of like too lazy to like get them, and also just didn't want to pay for them, so I was like, whatever, just not gonna get them. Sorry, that probably wasn't that interesting. Feel really simple and zen and really on my path, which I can't really explain. I just want to be like quiet a lot of the time, and I want to just be very gentle with other people and with my own words. And I probably have cursed in this video because it's a big part of my vocabulary. Like, I've been cursing since I learned curse words, and so I might have, but I just feel very like centered. That's the word I was looking for. And I just feel like not talking. I don't know how to explain it. My friend Nyla has been here. I've been like cooking for her every day and kind of showing her around and getting work done with her. It's just so weird, but I literally can't wait to be a mom. Like, it feels so good to like cook for her and like teach her new things. And I love learning things from other people. I literally feel like I'm a sponge. But I also love teaching people so much, and I just love mothering the F out of people. I mother the F out of my friends, and I try to guide them spiritually, and I just try and share with them lessons that I've learned, and I just try to make them feel as good as I feel and try to make them feel enlightened and fulfilled. And maybe it's just because I love the idea of a family, and I love the safety that brings me, you know, the idea of a family and that love and that true support and true intention. I guess I just really want to build my own family of friends, and I really am excited one day to be a mother. I know this is so weird. I'm 18 years old. I'm 18. But I've always had like motherly qualities, and I love cleaning, and I love fucking cooking for people and feeding people, and I love building furniture, and I love getting my hands dirty and painting, and I don't know where this is going, but I just realized that it is so in my nature to nurture others, and it just feels really good. I don't know. I've been nurturing the shit out of like everyone, and I think I've always done that, and I'm just happy about it. I don't know. My friend Imani moved away, and my other friend I kind of had a falling out with, but it was really positive. I kind of feel like a jerk because this is someone who kept trying to put an effort into the friendship, and I just didn't feel safe around her spiritually, and I tried to tell her, but she really wanted to make things work and was putting in so much effort and kept being like, no, like we mean so much to each other, and I've known her for a long time. So it was hard for me to just say and really end the friendship, and I just let her keep putting in so much energy when I wasn't putting energy back into it. Like I can't talk right now, it's literally 2 a.m. I'm so tired. but I wasn't reciprocating that same energy and effort that she was, and it became really obvious. And I lost my phone, so she was probably texting me. I didn't text her when I came back home, and then she DM'd me and said that, you know, just be straight up with me, like, what's going on, basically. And I told her, and then she was like, thanks for telling me, I just wanted honesty, and I have no ill will towards you. And I was like, thank you. And that just felt really good too, and I felt bad for not handling the situation like an adult. I don't know why I couldn't have just been like, I don't want to be friends. And I tried to. I think like 3 times in the past 2 years I tried to just really stop talking to this person. My intuition just kept telling me and making me feel guarded around her, which I don't like feeling. And everyone in my life I truly love, and everyone in my life I trust, and I just pour my energy out to everyone. And I started realizing that I didn't feel comfortable or safe doing that with her, and I kept trying. And every time I ended the friendship and she wanted to restart it and give it another chance, I was like, yes, like, you're a great person, you're kind, you're patient, you're understanding, you're willing to learn about me and my mental illness. But whenever I was with her, it just like, there was just, my wall was always up, and I just couldn't change that. And I feel so bad about that, because she really like tried to understand like what I needed, and I really, really appreciate that. If you're watching this, like, I love you so much. But yeah, I don't know, just the energy, I didn't feel safe, and I had to do what I had to do, or I didn't do what I had to do. So yeah, we all have faults. I feel like it like scares me that you guys idolize me so much, because yeah, I'm just a human. And someone commented like, oh, you're so perfect. And I was like, well, I'm not. Straight up, I'm not perfect, but I have a lot of flaws, and I do embrace them, and I think that is something that makes me beautiful and makes us all beautiful. And I just want to remind you, like, no one is fucking perfect, and I just try to do my best now. I try to be honest. I try to be a good person. Yeah, that's all I can do. But I don't think that, like, if perfection were a thing, it definitely would not rely on looks, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm so interested in people and like psychology and sociology. Like, sometimes I'll read comments and people's perception of me is so interesting and kind of skewed from the person I actually am, and I know that their perception of me is really a reflection of them. And so for example, my poetry video, which thank you guys so much for showing so much love on that was so fun to make. A lot of people were saying that my body was such a sexual thing, and like, oh, you say that beauty is about what's on the inside, and then 2 seconds later there's a clip of your outsides. And I'm just like, or people straight up saying like, oh, you have your tits out, you want attention. And for me, I'm just like, wow, this is so bizarre, because I never ever see like me being naked, especially outside, as a sexual thing. I've been walking around naked and like like doing yoga naked outside, and just like gallivanting and prancing around naked since I was in like sophomore, junior year. And I just feel whole, and the reason that I love being nude outside is because I just feel like there's nothing blocking me from the reality of the situation, which is the fact that I'm just an animal living on this earth, and I'm just here to exist. Like, there isn't a real agenda. This society and this money is kind of like a built-up thing, and a built-up structure that I think is very beneficial, and like, it's cool that we can live in this world and share our thoughts. But I love going into the woods and being naked, because it just reminds me that things aren't so serious, and money isn't everything, and I can just sit with myself and feel okay. You know, I don't have to be rushing or running anywhere. I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about the way I look. I just sit there. I just touch the rock that I'm on, or the grass that I'm on, and I just feel connected. I literally just feel so connected and grounded. It's a feeling that I love, and it's a feeling of wholeness and completeness, and I felt that ever since I became a nudist. I'm so happy in those moments. I feel so complete and full of joy in those moments that when people comment and say that I'm just looking for attention, I'm just so genuinely surprised, and I'm just like, what? No, like, I was happy as fuck. Like, I just wanted to share that, and it's just something that I do, you know? It's not an attention thing, and it's summer, so I've been getting naked more often because it's hot and because I've been able to go outside and stuff. But yeah, it's nothing sexual. I'm not seeking attention being naked. Like, I don't see my body, like, I don't see it as a sexual object, obviously. It's just my human animal skin and physique. I'm naked a lot in the summertime. Then I like to film it every now and then because it's so beautiful, and I feel so happy in those moments that I want to capture it. So it's really interesting just to observe people's reactions. Like, I'm just like, oh, very interesting that they see my naked body in that way. I just don't see it that way. And I guess a little bit more, I don't know, this video doesn't really have a purpose, but I kind of wanted just to talk. I feel like ever since I went to eForest, there's this like pure love that I feel that I can access at any moment. Kind of like the peace that I feel when I meditate, that I can just have anxiety, realize it, and I've been able to access this peace and this calm meditative state so much more since eForest. I've been meditating with binaural beats, which is really nice. But now there's this like chamber of love. I feel like I broke down a wall that I had built up against love. My nails are disgusting right now, don't look at them. But I broke down this wall that I had built up against love, against like love in all of its forms. I just feel in love with everything and everyone, and I've been able to just let go a little bit more. Just let loose and let go and decide I'm going to make today the best day ever. But I have these like random thoughts in my head that stress me out a little bit, and lately I've been able to just like let go a little bit and realize that not everything has to be figured out today. A problem that I had was being so in the moment that I felt like, wow, the only moment that I have to do anything is right now. I have to do everything right now. And I realized, no, like, do what you can right now. Do what you can without going insane right now. And so yeah, I've been just putting that into practice, and it's so much easier to just exhale and let everything go and come back to it when I'm at a more peaceful state of mind and more capable of dealing with that issue or problem or task. And it's been really nice. This world is just a crazy place. I don't know, I don't claim to be anything. I just feel like I'm a lot of times just looking down and observing myself and everyone else and just taking everything in and just having thoughts and opinions on it. And I'm just like, this is my existence. I'm literally just observing and having awareness and living my life. I really feel like nothing can hurt me because I just am aware of the situation. And a little story time, like I was talking to this guy, I met him on the bus, and we were emailing back and forth because he didn't have a phone. We had an awesome connection. I got off the bus, we were on a 20-hour bus ride together. I looked like crap. 20-hour bus ride, 4-day music festival. I didn't shower once during that festival. I like wiped myself off with like wet wipes or something like that, baby wipes my friend had, but I did not shower. And we were on this bus for 20 hours, and we kept turning around and talking to each other, wedged between these two seats and the window, and just talking about science. And he was a researcher, a scientist at MIT, and he was just telling me about plants, and we were talking about the universe and the future and technology and all these cool things. And I got off the bus, and we both, I know for sure he felt it, but I definitely felt this glow, this energy, this love, and this excitement for this other person that I had met. And I was like, wow, this is so crazy that I feel this way. And I knew that he felt it, because if I felt it, he definitely felt it. And he emailed me, and I emailed him back, and he emailed me back, and he like was so sweet. He showed me his journal entry, which was about me, and saying like my smile like lit up the world. I don't know, something like so corny, but I loved it because corny things are the best, and cliche things are mostly always true, and I love that. And I said, oh, let's hang out next weekend, like let's just meet up and hang out. We were just emailing, and I told him something personal. I told him something a little bit personal, and he just didn't respond. And it's been like almost a week, and he just hasn't responded. And I was just like, oh, okay, like maybe he's busy, or I don't know, maybe I don't know what's going on in his life. Maybe he's just working. And then I saw him like my picture on Instagram, and I was like, okay, well, if he is on Instagram, then he probably did see my email. But part of me wanted to be like, wow, I finally opened up to someone again, even in the smallest way, and they couldn't even handle it. I just like don't care. Like, it was an awesome connection, and I was really excited about it. But if he didn't, if like, I don't know, my little bit of truth was too much for him, then I don't want that in my life anyway, you know what I mean? I just feel like able to let it all go and to be okay. And I think that's part of why I'm like completely cleaning out my room. Let go and not hold on to these things that I feel like I need all the time, and not chasing love. If someone can't handle my truth, why would I want them in my life? I'm very straight up with people. I tell people about my journey. You guys know I tell you guys about my depression and about my sex life and like why I'm celibate and all this stuff. I told the guy I was celibate, and he was like, oh, that's awesome, that's really great. I'm very picky, I am, so it definitely takes a little bit more time for me to find someone that I could actually really be with. And I'm not the kind of person who likes flings or one-night stands. I'm definitely a ride or die kind of person. I'm sure you guys probably know that. Like, I just love giving people my love, and I only give my love to those that are worthy of it. And that's not something egoic to say, but not everyone is worthy of the true gift that you are. And when I love people, I love them. Everyone in my life, I just squeeze them so tight and I pour my love into them. When I love, it is very whole and complete, and I want to experience first times with people. First times are amazing. Like the first time you ever see something or try a new food or see a new movie. I love first times, and so I like to do those first time kind of things with people that I love. It's special. I know that my love is special and your love is special, and I'm not necessarily guarded, but I only give my full self and pour my full self out to like the people in my life who deserve it, which is everyone in my life. I don't have anyone in my life who I don't want to share my love with, and I think that's really important, and I love that about my life. I only have like a few friends, you know. I just love them unconditionally, and that's the way that it should be. I got this ring. It was like $13 sterling silver. It matches with Nyla. I really like it. Oh, I have this like drawing on my arm right now. It's like a little snake. I'm getting a snake tattoo this week. I'm really excited, and I'm going to film it. I might go with Sammy Quinn, and yeah, so it's kind of random. I'm going to film a tattoo and piercing video soon. A lot of people were saying, please don't get any more tattoos than you already have, but it's my body, and honestly, we're all dying at different paces. I really don't care. This body isn't as permanent as we're told to believe. I mean, I just feel like this human existence is one phase of my spiritual journey. I don't mind covering my body with art. I mean, that's freaking awesome. That's exactly what I want to do, is cover my goddamn body with beautiful art and things that make me happy to look at. So that's what I'm gonna do. And a snake, well, I'll talk about it in my tattoo and piercing video, but this is such a bad outline. This is not what it's gonna look like. But I was just drawing on to see like if this was a good placement in general. I was gonna have it wrapping around, but I like it slithering. And like I said, yeah, this is not at all what it would look like. I low-key love the pain of tattoos. Ever since I was little, like I've loved needles so much. I was always excited to go to the doctor and get shots. I would be so excited to get shots, get my blood drawn. I was like, fuck yes, I'm gonna get stabbed by this needle. And then I had a phase of piercing myself. I pierced my tongue, which was my first video on my old YouTube channel, which no longer exists anymore, but I pierced my tongue, I pierced my belly button, also on camera, filmed it, uploaded it. I pierced all up my ears, which I have since then taken out. Yeah, so I was really into piercings, and then I got my first tattoo at like 15, and I didn't go crazy with that because I was, you know, a little bit more mindful of the fact that this is a permanent piece of art on my body, and I'm not just gonna get just anything. I want it to be something meaningful. I'm into it. It's kind of a form of Zen. It puts me in a very meditative state to like get pierced, get my blood drawn, get, you know, anything with a needle, because then I focus on the piece inside of me. And something that I've done since I was little, like if I get hurt, I disassociate the pain from my body. So like I would stub my toe all the time as a kid, and I would just be like, pretend your toe isn't part of your body. And it became a mind over matter thing where I was like, okay, my mind controls a lot of the pain that my body feels, and my mind can control the way that I feel a lot in general, so why don't I try this with pain? And when I pretended that my toe wasn't part of my body, then I just didn't worry about it, and I was like, oh, okay. Even if it was like 2 seconds ago, the worst toe stub I've ever experienced as a child, and I literally broke my toe one time, I just didn't feel it because I was like, my toe is not part of my body, and I don't feel pain right now. And I would just kind of like, you know, jerk myself. So when I get needles or something, I'm just like, I just breathe through it, and I'm just like staring at it happening and like literally not feeling it. And I think that's really interesting. I think the power of the mind is really cool. And I love the stories of people who have had life-threatening diseases and them just curing themselves without any hospitalization or without any medicine or drugs. Probably, you know, medicine, but not like surgeries and stuff like that. My acupuncturist in Maryland actually was completely paralyzed from the neck down, and they told her she would never recover, never walk again. And every single day she prayed. She's very religious. She would pray to God every single day. I think a year later she was walking, and she performs acupuncture on people, and she fully functions. She was told she would never walk again, and then she like completely healed herself by prayer, and it was a miracle that she was walking, and now she's just like literally giving her gift to other people and spreading peace to other people through her acupuncture and through her herbal medicine. I just thought that was so cool. And when I watched The Secret, which talks about the law of attraction, it shared stories about that. And looking back on The Secret, like I first watched it when I was in a sophomore year, I realized how like weird it is and how cultish it seems and how like dramatic. I mean, I knew it was dramatic, but like I watched it back on New Year's of this year and I was like, this is so like cheesy. I wish they filmed it differently so that more people would take it seriously. But they have like random whispering all the time. It's just like the secret, like random whispering throughout the documentary, and they have just these superficial goals in it. But I think the law of attraction and being positive works for far beyond just material items. It works for just basic happiness and curing mental illness, you know? It's a good movie. Honestly, I liked it, but I was seeing it from an outsider's perspective and someone who is a little bit skeptical of, you know, pseudoscience and the law of attraction and stuff like that. And I realized that, okay, this is a little dramatic and maybe a little too much for some people to like really latch onto. I don't dress for boys. I don't dress for anyone else but myself. I don't care about being completely straight up and honest about how I feel. I do not like playing games when it comes to relationships. Like I'll literally straight up tell someone I like them, I want to date them, or I don't like you, I don't want to date you, and I'll tell them my path, my journey. I am an open book and I don't mind. I don't care if that's unattractive. I don't care if some people can't handle it. Some people can't, and I just don't want those people in my life who are like afraid to talk about sadness or mental illness or pain in general. Like no topic is off limits and everything is on the table because I feel everything and I've lived so much and I felt a lot and I love discussing it. I love taking things in and having conversations like about them. So those are the kinds of people that I want in my life and the kind of person I want as like a lover. And I don't know, I guess this is just on my mind because a lot of people around me have significant others and I feel very open to love right now. And I did just meet someone who, you know, didn't respond to me and just kind of like got freaked out or something. This is very interesting to be filming because my therapist would always tell me like, if there's something unresolved in your head, it's just going to keep resurfacing. So anything that you bring up was probably something, you know, in your mind that you just need to discuss. And once you discuss it, it'll stop floating around in your mind and you have addressed it and you'll be able to let it go, basically. And so I guess that these are just all the things just floating around in my head right now. I know a lot of you guys are gonna comment like, who wouldn't want to date you, all that kind of stuff, which is really flattering. And yeah, like I think it's cool. I know that like I'm beautiful and stuff. It's so weird, like I for so long struggled to be able to say that without feeling so fucking vain, but no, I know that I'm beautiful and I feel so confident and okay calling myself that now because I feel like at peace with who I am spiritually and physically. And the forest really did that for me because everyone was drawn to each other because of energy and because of love, and people didn't care what the fuck anyone looked like. And so I was in an environment where I wasn't being judged on how I looked and I wasn't judging others at all for how they look, which I normally never do. But there was just love all around me and it felt so good, and I realized that I want my life to be like that. I don't want to live a life the way that I look determines my worth or the way that I look determines how I feel about myself. And I just fell in love with my spirit so much during that time in the forest, and that's why I just don't give a fuck. I'm okay with myself, and it's just like, that's not a bad thing. I always convinced myself that loving myself was a vain thing to do and a scary thing to do, but no, it just makes me not take anyone's shit, and it's a really good feeling. I was with my friend who was visiting from Australia, and this was like, I think in the winter time. I told her that I struggled to call myself beautiful, and she was like, I can't imagine like how you don't see that in yourself. And then I asked her, I was like, well, can you call yourself beautiful? Like, do you feel confident calling yourself beautiful? Because you are. And she was like, no, I actually don't. Like, I don't think I've ever really said that to myself. And I was like, wow. Well, now you see how it's hard for me to do that. Now I'm at a point where I can just be like, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. And I don't see it as a vain thing. I'm just like, okay, we're all beautiful. It doesn't have to do with this outer thing, which I feel like a lot of people get confused about all the time. People are like, how, like, it's so easy for you to call yourself beautiful, it's so easy for you to post nudes, it's so easy for you to be confident, but it's been such a struggle, and it has not been easy, and I have shared that. And For every video of me crying on YouTube and like being sad about like everything, there have been 10 others like that I probably didn't post because I was embarrassed. Videos of me saying I want to end my life and like just all my struggles, and some videos that my snot was literally just drooling down on me and I just didn't want to post them because they were so gross. Like, I have fucking struggled, and I know so many other beautiful societally beautiful women who struggle so much and who are so fucking self-conscious, and to the point that it like ruins their life. Anyone can struggle, anyone can have low self-esteem, low confidence. It doesn't matter what you look like. It's just the result of your reality and the way it's affected you and the way that you've reacted to it. That's very hard to change with and battle. Don't undermine anyone's struggle at all. I don't care if someone's beautiful, like, that doesn't make it any easier for them to struggle to say so, because I honestly think that we're all so beautiful. I watched The Twilight Zone when I was younger a lot of the time. There's this one episode where this woman has this gauze wrapped around her face and they're trying to make her beautiful. You don't see any of the people in the hospital's faces, you just see their shadows and her crying and like touching her face and dreaming and wondering when she's going to be beautiful and hoping that when this wrapping is taken off, that she'll be beautiful. And at the end, you see them chop off this mask that she's wearing, this huge like cast, and you see her face and she is so beautiful. She's blonde, she has like perfect proportions on her face, and she is like what our society would deem as beautiful. And then you see the surgeon like drop his scissors, be so shocked and like disgusted at what she looks like, and they all have these pig snouts at the very end of the episode, where you realize that all the like, staff is pig snouted. It's just so interesting because like it could be like that. I'm kind of glad that the mainstream media, I guess, has been embracing other cultures and not just taking things from them and but actually like embracing and showing other kinds of women on TV and other different kinds of, you know, body types. I mean, we still have so much far to go. I can't talk, it's so late. Why is that even an excuse? I'm just freaking tired. I just think that everyone's beautiful, and I see so much beauty in everyone. I will never undermine anyone's struggle, even if they have money, even if they have good looks. I can empathize with them because we're all human. And if I struggle, you probably struggle with similar things. Do you struggle to call yourself beautiful? And if so, you should work on that and look in the mirror and tell yourself that until you cry, because I used to try doing that in junior year, and I would just cry because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't look at myself and see something beautiful. And for a while, and sometimes I still do this, which is bad, but I will squint and look in the mirror and try to see myself from other people's eyes because I struggled so hard to see myself as beautiful. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is everyone saying? Like, I feel like I look so ugly and big and take up so much space, and I would look in the mirror and literally do this and like squint and try to look between my fingers and see my body without my face on it and pretend that my body was someone else's. Like, I would put a random girl's face to my body and look in the mirror and just be like, what does everyone else see? And try to see myself from an outside perspective because I didn't see it, and I struggled to see that so fucking hard. And this is something that I've been doing literally since I was like 8 years old, because I was always told I was ugly. I was told I was fat even though I wasn't, and I would take pictures of my thighs and just scroll through them and just analyzing myself, trying to see if I was fat, and yeah, just really like so confused about my body image and feeling like it really did come from other people's opinions. And I just want to like extend my hand out to others and have them take my hand and be like, let's go on this journey together. Let us go on this journey of true self-love and self-discovery. See what we can create, you know, and just lead this spiritual revolution one hand at a time, just reaching out and bringing people up and being like, look at the sorcerer's power you yield. You are a beautiful, powerful, limitless spiritual being, and there's nothing stopping you but you. And it takes time to have that awareness. Like, when your third eye opens, you kind of realize the truth of and the reality of this life, and you have awareness over everything, or over your own actions, over how people have affected you, over like the future. You just realize that, oh, okay, we're in the present now, and you kind of are aware of how everything affects everything. And that's what I mean by like having your eyes open and being aware, being enlightened, and just knowing the certain laws of the universe and the laws of love and the importance of love, and it sounds so pseudoscience-y. I hope to write a book one day that isn't so wavy and fucking this one girl commented like, honestly, I think you're kind of strange and a little bit far out, but I can really appreciate this video. And I was like, thank you for your honesty. But yeah, like I know I probably come off as strange or a little bit like airheaded sometimes because I talk about energy and love a lot, but I think that's just, I think more people should be talking about energy and love and happiness because they are, in my opinion, the reason that we're here existing on this earth, and they are what motivates us all. We all just want what we think will bring us happiness, right? And we all just want love, and maybe some of us just want money, but honey, it's not as fulfilling, honestly. Okay, I should probably end this video now because it's getting pretty late, but if you did finish this video, comment down below, we are one, so that I know and feel really good and feel like you guys care. I know you care. You're just so fucking kind. And yeah, I just want to reiterate the fact that I don't speak as if I'm on a pedestal. I just speak to you as someone who wants to spread love and show you the way. And I just want to let you guys know that and remind you of that. And I know things get confused. Some people feel like I don't have the best intentions, or I just want, what's it called? Attention. No, I just have the purest intentions, and I'm just here living my life, and I've had these amazing enlightening moments and these moments of clarity and these daily moments of peace and serenity, and I've struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts, and I struggle with, you know, low self-esteem a lot sometimes, and I'm just having these realizations, and I just am here to share that with you. And I never mean to come off like I'm better than you. I don't fucking think that. We're all one, okay? I see Kylie Jenner as the same scale as me, and you should see me on the same, you know, platform as me. I don't know if I worded that correctly. Yeah, I just see us all as equal, and I just want to remind you of that, and I'm just here existing. Also, I just sent in my designs for my merch, my like new shirts that I'm making. They don't have my face plastered all over them, don't worry. They're just really cute aesthetic shirts with cute little messages, and they're ethically sourced and produced and everything like that, so I'm really excited. That will be up soon, and I'm gonna do some photo shoots and videos styling those pieces. I think you guys will like it. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.